Hey, what's up, guys? How you guys doing? This is BJ Man from this video, and I want to share with you how to submit your audiobook to Findawayvoices. Okay, Findawayvoices, if you don't know by now, is an additional audiobook platform where you can submit to that reaches out to over 40 audiobook distribution partners out there, audiobook websites out there. Okay, so this is a fantastic website. It's pretty new. But it's a great way to maximize your audiobook to reach out to all the audiobook stores out there. Now, if you're watching this and you've already have an audiobook on Amazon, most people submit their audiobook to Amazon using Amazon's website for audiobooks called acx.com, as you can see right here. As you can see right here, this is for one of my books, and so you pretty much, if you're I highly recommend, if you want to submit to audiobooks to all the retail stores, use both ACX and Findawayvoices to really reach out to all the stores out there. Now, ACX is primarily for three platforms. It's for Amazon, it's for Audible, and it's for Apple, which are the three biggest stores. Okay. And for ACX, you have an option to submit your audiobook exclusively to ACX. That means you're going to get up to 40% royalty, but you can only sell to those three platforms: Amazon, Audible, and Apple. There's a second option, which is the non-exclusive option, which I use and I highly recommend you to use. Okay. And don't worry about it. If you already chose exclusive option in the past, after 1 year, since the audiobook was on sale, you can contact ACX using your support email. They're very friendly, and request the audiobook to be changed from exclusive to non-exclusive, where you get less royalty, from 40% exclusive to 25% royalty. However, you can now sell it to Findawayvoices to reach out to 40 other audiobook platforms out there, and whatever future platforms out there, you have the right to sell it to. So you have more freedom to reach out to other stores, and maybe there's another new platform that might come out in the future. You can reach out to them. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to demonstrate to you how to submit your audiobook from ACX to Findawayvoices, and only do this if you have the non-exclusive option. Okay, don't do this if you have exclusive option right now. Make sure you get confirmation from ACX that it's non-exclusive, then you can do it. Okay, so what I do is go to the ACX webpage for your audiobook, and what you're going to do is you're going to download all the audiobook files one by one, starting from opening credits. And I'm just going to demonstrate to you here. Okay, I'm going to download these one by one. Okay, so download it all the way down to closing credits. Okay, now the retail sample for Findawayvoices has to be between 1 minute to 5 minutes in length, and a lot of times for ACX is about the same. So it's right here. You can either download the retail sample done by your narrator, or what I like to do now is I like to use the introduction or chapter 1 if it's between 1 and 5 minutes. In this specific case, it's not. So there's all these files are over 5 minutes. So the only file that is between 1 and 5 minutes is the retail audio sample. So I'm just going to download the retail audio sample too. Okay. And I'll show you what to do next. Now you go to Findawayvoices, and for time purposes, I already set this up. Okay. Prior to this video, to like really show it fast in a faster way, because if I did this all was in the same video, it would take forever. Okay, so I did this already, and I want to show you step by step faster. So you put the title, you put the subtitle, you put the audiobook cover, and the good news is the audiobook cover that was accepted by ACX can be fit into this Findawayvoices. They're very similar. You put the book description here. Okay, you put the publisher, author name, narrator's name, and so forth. Unabridged, I generally put unabridged, means it's the normal length. English, and this is a section where you put the keywords and you click add, and I just try to maximize it to the fullest. Generally speaking, you only have to submit it, put information for things that have the asterisk. but I like to just do certain things. Awards, I kind of skip it. Oh, you'll notice certain things I skip, but for the asterisk, you have to fill it out. Okay. Fiction, nonfiction, you just check mark what grade level is for. Generally speaking, I have nonfiction guides, so you just click on adult. Pick a category. That's required, number one. But the second category is an optional, but I highly recommend you to do it to maximize your reach. The ISBN, okay? You can get your ISBN by going to this website called Bowker at myidentifiers.com. This is the official website to buy your ISBN, either for your ebook, paperback, hardcover, or audiobook. And, you can purchase one of your ISBNs here, okay? Now, an ISBN, then you're going to put your ISBN for audiobook in retail, and it could be, I did my research from this website, and they said you could put the same audiobook ISBN for retail and library. It could be the same number, okay? So I put for the library version and for the retail version, because there's two types of customers. One, individuals buy from retail sites, or libraries. They have their own budget and they buy your audiobook for their own readers as well, okay? So I just filled those two out. The ebook ISBN or print ISBN, I skip it because it doesn't have an asterisk for time purposes. I skip it. I just put the audiobook ISBN. Now, is the audiobook ISBN absolutely necessary from you? No. For my research, no. If you keep this blank, Findawayvoices will provide you an ISBN for free. Okay, just the reason I put my own ISBN is just from my experience as a publisher. I just learned that having your own ISBN is always good for the long run, because, I've had experiences, I had free ISBNs, but then, it's not, my publisher name is not, my brand name is not on the title or whatnot. Or if someone gives me a free ISBN from that platform, then I'm not able to use that ISBN to submit it to other platforms. I have to create another one. So I just like to have ownership of all my ISBNs from now and for the future. That's just lessons I learned from the past. Okay, so that's why I prefer and recommend for the long run. If you're really serious about this, buy your own ISBN, and you can get it at Bowker, myidentifiers.com. Has this ever been available? Yes, because it's an audio available in the past. So the release date is a on sale date. That's available on ACX and Amazon. So I put that date. Street date is when is it going to be available through Findawayvoices. I like to click on the most current date. Okay, like today's the 10th. Sometimes it's the 11th the next day, but this is okay. And save changes. Copyright year, I just put 2020, whatever is current year, and then my brand name. And the price, I like to do it at $19.99, and whatever your retail price is, times it by 2 or times it by 3 for the library price, because library price is for multiple people, I heard, and generally speaking, it is 2 or 3 times higher than the retail price. One of the reasons I like to put my retail price a little bit higher than ACX per se is because from my experience, just working with different platforms, like for example Amazon, which I'm very grateful to work with them for my books and so forth. They don't like to see the products on their platform they don't like to see the products, if you submit to Amazon, to be lower priced in other platforms, generally speaking. Okay, so I don't want that. So I just make sure if I'm going to use Findawayvoices, I'm going to make sure the price is, generally speaking, higher. So I decided, some books are $9.99. Some books, because of the length that are higher, is $14.99 and so forth. I just say, you know what? Let's just do $19.99. Okay. And I know it may be high for some people, but I don't want to. I want to work with all platforms. I don't want to get contacted by one platform saying, hey, why is the price lower than us and whatnot? I don't want to deal with that. So I'll just do a high price for this. And Amazon's the main big dog platform, so I'm going to use them, and then I'll use this as a second additional platform, Findawayvoices. So put $19.99, $49.99, and then I click Save Changes. Then I go to the distribution section, and there are 2 options. There's a voice option, and you can choose. I'll show you changer. There's a standard option and voice pluses. They recommend voice pluses because, from my understanding, it's like it has more benefits. Okay. Voices will handle all aspects of your audiobook distribution, receive special benefits, prior access, and more. Plus, it's free. You still keep 80% of your royalties, just like the standard distribution. And I believe it has more reach. Okay, so I choose the voice pluses option, and then This is very important. Click on view detailed list to edit the network. If you're using ACX already and you're using it to submit it to Amazon, Apple, and Audible, then what you want to do is you want to uncheck Apple and uncheck Audible and Amazon, okay? But check everything else. So, all bases are covered. You're reaching your audiobook to all platforms. And from my understanding, Google is one of the big ones for here, Findawayvoices. But uncheck Apple and Audible and Amazon because from my understanding and obvious reasons, they don't want Amazon, Apple, they're big, official, top, elite platforms. They don't want to see duplicate audiobooks. Okay. They don't like that. Okay. And you don't want to do that. You don't want to upset them. You want a good relationship with the top dogs, the top platforms like Amazon and so forth. So uncheck this. Now, there is an option. They say if you do Apple, you can actually check mark Apple, even though your book it may be in ACX. If you check this, you will actually get a higher royalty from Apple, 45%. As you can say, earn a 45% royalty rate on Apple Books sales here with Findawayvoices, or 25% royalty rate on Apple Books using ACX. Now, because of that, people jump in and they like to check mark this. But for me personally, I like to keep. I like the history of Amazon. It is the biggest website out there. ACX is the biggest audiobook platform out there. I like the history of it. They have history. So I don't like to nitpick about royalties. I know I can get paid more royalties with Apple using Findawayvoices, but you know what? ACX has been good to me for many, many years, and they've been the biggest top dog. I want to have a continuous relationship with ACX. So I prefer to just use ACX to sell to the top dogs, Apple, Audible, Amazon, and not be nitpicky about it. Some people say to do that. I personally disagree because what if Findawayvoices, they're pretty new business. I like them, but what if they, come and go? Like, what are you going to do then? You got to go back to ACX and send them all your books, audiobook details, and it's a mess. And I like to keep all multiple streams of income. I like to have multiple baskets, not depend on one egg. I have to have multiple baskets. So I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket. Instead, I like multiple baskets, multiple streams of income. And that's why I prefer, just keep ACX as it is. Okay. And use Findawayvoices as an additional platform. Okay. So I'm going to go down here and I'm going to click update network. Okay. So I'm good to go. Now I'm going to the audio section. And here, this is where you basically put the audio books. Okay. So what I'm going to do is as you can see, it's very similar to ACX. Like it starts off with open credits, then it goes to the contents. As you can see, there's certain asterisks. You have to have open credits, you have to have the body content, and you have to have closing credits, and you have to have retail samples. So I'm going to do the same thing that's on ACX basically. So, starting with the open credits, right? Here's open credits. So I'm just going to drag one of my files to my Windows. Open credits, and I'm going to scroll down to the very bottom. For time purposes, I like to do it this way. Go to closing credits next, drag it here and upload it there. And retail sample, I already have the retail sample. It has to be between 1 to 5 minutes, as I said earlier, right? And after that, what I like to do is just get the main content. Sometimes you might have like a back matter, like an about the author section or recommended resources section. That's not the main content of the book. If that's the case, you can put it in the back matter, okay? But the meat of the book, you put it in the body matter, 90% of the book, okay? So I do have a back matter called about the expert, about the author section, so I put it there, okay? Now, introduction, I used to put in the front matter, but I like to put now everything in the introduction to conclusion. The content, I like to put in the body matter. If there's a recommended resources, again, I'll put it right here, okay? So I'm going to put the main content introduction all the way to the end of the chapter, and I'm going to drag it here. Now, it's going to take a little bit of time as it uploads, and after it uploads, then you can reorganize the step by step, okay? Also, you can edit and modify the chapter titles if you want to be specific with it. But for time purposes, I'm just going to keep it this way and upload it. And the good thing is, if you have a lot of books like me, audiobooks, I like to just submit it first and then, fix the little details later, prioritize. If I take every, that's just my style. So if you're kind of like my style, you like to upload it first and revise later, you can do it. The good thing about Findawayvoices, from my research, you upload it, you can revise it later anytime. It just takes 30 days from the date you make changes to show up on retail, from my research, okay? It says, so I'm just going to wait. As you can see right here, it's almost done. But as you can see, it's pretty much the same thing. Opening credits, introduction. I just uploaded in the same exact order up to here, and then closing credits, and they had the retail sample, 1 to 5 minutes. The 15-minute checkpoint, you don't have to do this, obviously. That's just for a review. Okay, so I'm just going to wait here a couple seconds. Okay, we're almost done. Okay, now having said that, now I want to reorganize this. Bring the introduction on top. Chapter 1. Chapter 2. Again, you can actually edit, if you want to do it like that. Whatever, you can edit it, go to your book title and put in the actual chapter title if you want. But you can do that as well. But again, you can revise it later. So I have all of it. So review, I'm doing a quick review. Audio section, opening credits, okay, body matter, back matter, closing credits, retail sample. Click on submit audio files. Continue to final review and submission. Okay, so that's what you click on that, and they give you a chance to look at it one more time. You just go through it one more time, and then click on submit for publishing, and boom, it's submitted. And it takes a little bit of time, some days, a few, from my understanding, it's a few days, and it's going to go to retail. Okay, so that's it. That's a quick demonstration of how to turn your audiobook from ACX and submit it to another additional platform called Findawayvoices. Make sure it's non-exclusive with ACX if you already have it on ACX. If not, wait a year from the on sale date on Amazon, and then after it's been a year, contact ACX and say, hey, can you turn this into non-exclusive, from exclusive to non-exclusive for this particular audiobook? After they confirm that has been changed, then you can submit it to Findawayvoices to maximize your reach with your audiobook, okay? Thanks for watching the video. If you want to learn more about publishing or publishing a book, self-publishing and whatnot, click the link below the video and check out my resources, such as my book, my online course about self-publishing, or my custom done-for-you self-publishing project where or coaching, where you do the writing and I can help you get your book published on Amazon as an ebook, paper book, and audiobook. Or you can write for one of my publishing brands, whether it's for nonfiction, a how-to guide about your #1 expertise, or a fiction short story, if you're a short story fictional writer, okay? And you take care of the writing, and I'll take care of the rest to help you become a published author, okay? To help boost your brand and make a positive impact in your sphere of influence. Thanks for watching the video. I appreciate you. Click the link below the video, learn more, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.